feels like there's definite warmth for and a use for the products in the target country, which is wonderful. I'm Jenny Edwards and I'm a senior lecturer within the School of Chemistry. Period poverty affects around 500 million people worldwide, and again disproportionately affects people in the global south. So quite often when reusable menstrual products are used, unless they're sufficiently cleaned or washed or sanitised, they can carry pathogens. And then when they're used a second time, those pathogens can cause urinary tract infections and things. So there can be quite nasty sort of infections associated with this. Where our technology comes in is that you can just put the pad in sunlight for between 15 minutes and 2 hours, depending on which sample we're using, and it eradicates pretty much all of the pathogens, so up to 99.99% of them in a very short period of time, just on sunlight exposure. So there's no reliance on chemical infrastructure in terms of soaps and surfactants and things like that. It would even clean the pathogens that would be present in a contaminated water source. We're working with an NGO that has experience with working with these communities, and then also Krishna Prudel, who is going to be manufacturing the pads for us. He's been distributing pads into rural communities for a long time. So he's that sort of trusted face, which is going to be really important when we're recruiting people into this. So in the first instance, we'll be running some focus groups to understand the acceptability of these types of products in Nepal. And then following on from that, we'll be doing a short feasibility study to see how well the pads work in the field. We visited Nepal in February, and as part of that, we visited some communities, including a women's centre, which was wonderful. And I think the quote was, "We want Sunpad now," when we explained what we were doing. So it feels like there's definite warmth for and a use for the products in the target country, which is wonderful.